Hello to all who's watching this video. I'm going to sort of do a review of the T-Mobile home base system. What you're viewing is the user guide. It's an Adobe PDF file. And on this YouTube video, in the descriptions, I've got the link for this user manual and some other useful links if you're interested in this device. I ordered this device on July 23rd. And I received it today on August 19th, which is not too bad. Now, what I'm going to do here is a speed test on my current home internet, which is AT&T. It is a copper wire DSL. It's not a fiber optic. They want a lot more money to upgrade. But what I have, I really don't have a problem with other than the cost. And T-Mobile's offering this for $50 a month, unlimited data, no contracts. The downfall is they want you to keep on file with them a credit card or debit card for auto pay. Now, after they had their recent security breach, I'm not so gainful about doing that. I may pay the $10 more, but still it'll be cheaper than what I have. If you have a copper wire DSL, like Spectrum, like AT&T, or others, be aware. For AT&T, in October of 2020, they have stopped accepting customers on the copper lines. If you end the service, you can't go back to it. Spectrum has sold their copper line to a group called the Apollo Group, so they're getting out of it. And I would not be surprised if other internet service providers who currently have it may get out of it. If you live in a rural area in Tennessee, West Virginia, the Little Egypt area of southern Illinois, and you're seeing this, be aware that the infrastructure bill has passed in the House, and it should pass by November of this year. Pass in the Senate, and it should pass in the House by November of this year. Talk to your local leaders. Talk to your congressman. Talk to your governor. Doesn't matter whose party they're in, you need to demand better service. And there are regions of the country that are just total dead zones for any of the, for US Cellular, T-Mobile / Sprint, Verizon, and AT&T. Now, in addition to this review, I'm going to do a speed test on my current system, so it's sort of like a before and after. Right now, I just plugged this in, and it is charging. Now, there's some distressing information I found in the package. And what I'm going to do is see if I can show this, but it's basically the warranty for refurbished equipment, refurbished device limited warranty. Now, looking at it from appearances and all the stuff that came with it, it does appear that it's new. But I have to go on the belief this may be a refurbished device, because for some people it didn't work out. Also, on the second half of this, I'm going to do a review for something that I have give 5 stars on already, and that's the Franklin T9 Hotspot. It has 9 band frequencies covering Sprint, T-Mobile, and it overlaps with the AT&T and US Cellular, and it's all set by with roaming, so you literally can go anywhere. I have a limited data plan on it, like 6 gigs for $25 a month. Doesn't sound good, but it's good on a good fix. Anyway, let's get going here. First, my IP location is in Nashville, Tennessee. It's known as a geolocation, and with the AT&T, it's a fixed one. Now, I went to speed test, and it defaulted to ML Connect in Centerville, Tennessee, which is 50 miles from me. But I'm going to change that. Give me a moment. Change server. and see if I can find Comcast in Nashville. Okay, because I wanted to get to the closest node as I can. When you do this test, you want to make sure every device in your house is turned off except the one you're going to do the test. That way you can see your maximum uploads and downloads. When you have other devices connected, it's going to lower your bandwidth, even if they're sitting idle. Let's go ahead and click go and see where it goes. $35.13 on the download. And upload is 5.83. I am definitely looking for something better. Now, right now, since I got it today, I'm actually charging it overnight, and then I'm going to set it up, and then we'll go further on this, and we'll see how it works out. Now, I am located in Nashville, Tennessee, so, but I'm going to see about other features. Now, you can return this device if it does not work out. If you do it within, T-Mobile says within 30 days. I'm going to be test driving this thing a lot for the first 19 days. If it works, I'm keeping it. If not, I'll send it back. But I want to make absolutely sure. So the next speed test you see will be from this device tomorrow, and we'll get back with you on that. Hello again. Several days have passed, and today it's the actually the August 23rd. But let me tell you, I did end my account with AT&T on my Copperline DSL. For the most part, I've test driven this thing pretty extensively. I'm quite satisfied with it. Before I go further, if you work at home, if you have family members, the following is important. On the T-Mobile home base system, the geolocation is not fixed. What does that mean to you? Well, if you work at home, you might use exclusive software. You might use a virtual VPN, virtual private network, which most employers require if you're working at home. May or may not work. I don't see why, but if you're working at home, you want to take that in consideration. The other is, I only had one application that would not work, and that was on my Samsung Smart TV. It was Weather Nation. I simply uninstalled the app and reinstalled it on the TV, and it didn't fix the issue, because even though I put my zip code location in Nashville, Tennessee, it's still dysfunctional. I could probably restart it, but then the geolocation would be somewhere different. The second application I had problems with was logging into Gmail. Basically, they're going to ask you a couple of questions. Basically, fill it out, answer a security question. Once you log in, you'll never see that again unless you restart the 5G internet-based system. Anyway, I'm going to show you something here. First off, there is a GUI you can go to. It's http://192.168.12.1. It's on page 14 of the user manual, which you will find the link for this user manual on this this YouTube video. Please check out all the links, in fact. And this is basically what it looks like. In the lower left corner is a place to log in. Basically, the user is admin, and the password is on the bottom of the label of the unit. And by the way, I do recommend at least temporary, download and install the mobile home app to set it up. Basically, what you're going to do is you're going to pair your Bluetooth with the device. Then you're going to sign into the Wi-Fi using the what's called key Wi-Fi, or key. It just may say key, but it's the password for the Wi-Fi. Once you've done that, it's going to have you take a photo of the code, the little square box from that application, and then it'll go through a series of steps. I did not do that. I was on the phone for more than an hour with T-Mobile support and got it up and running. So that's my bad. Anyway, let me show you the what I'm going to do. I'm going to go to www.speedtest.net, and please give me a moment. I'm going to it right now. It's found me in Birmingham, Alabama. This is what I was explaining to you. When you do this test, the most accurate test is the last mile, and in your home, you want to be only one device is what you want to have connected to this device. If you have other cell phones, other iPads, a smart TV, powering down. Now I'm going to run a test. But before I do, let's see if I can change the server. Nashville, Tennessee is where we're located. Okay, I got two choices, Comcast and Iris Network. I'm just going to choose Comcast in Nashville. Click go. It's running. It's up to 45, 47, 48, 49. It's at 50, 51, 52, 53. So the download is showing 49.48. Now we're going to upload. And it is running about 18 consistently. Now it's down to 16. 16.9. Now, as you saw in the earlier video, my upload was only up to 5. My download was down to 30. Now, when I do this on my Android tablet, the upload's almost 100. But this is an old Windows 10 that I purchased back in 2015, and I've kept it up as far as software, operating system, and virus software. I've always renewed the virus software every year. Usually I had been buying 2 years at a time, but this year I only bought 1 because of the age, and I'm not sure, Windows 11 will be coming out soon. Anyway, now something else I want to share with you. There is the states that you live in: Illinois, Tennessee. Where I live in Tennessee, there's speedtest.tn.gov, and I'm going to load that page. Give it a moment. Try it again. There we go. That was the other thing. The latency is kind of high on this. So let's go ahead and start it. The download is going to be still running. Okay, the download was 48.69. Uploads were around 13. Still higher than 5. And still a lot cheaper. The best thing about this is when I do an update on Windows, it won't take so much time because the speeds, both download and uploads, are higher. Now the other tab I've got, well, let's see, Netflix. Yeah, Netflix speed test. And there's the link. Fast.com is what it really is. Okay, show more info. I'm going to click on that. Latency was a little less this time. It was only 27. Internet speed is 49 megabits per second. On the upload part, which is still running, it looks like it's going to be 12. No, it's actually 13. So let me correct that. Let's see. Upload 27 milliseconds. Loaded 134. Speed 13 milli. But the download is 49. This is what Netflix use for a speed test. Now, here's what I was talking about. This is a website called iplocation.net. But anyway, I'm showing in Rockford, Illinois, and I'm in Nashville, Tennessee. And this is one of the things. It's not a fixed IP like AT&T, and I'm waiting for it to load. Okay, it kind of puts me all over the place. You should know that this is not a true 5G, because on the links I have where it's showing for the 5Gs, and it uses a Sprint 4G that's a 2.5 gigahertz, which is not far from a microwave frequency, by the way. Anyway, I'm showing in Rockford, Illinois, Pigeon Forge, Tennessee, and the other one is Biloxi, Mississippi. But I'm all over the place. But other than that, it works fine. There are just some applications that if they need a fixed location, geolocation, that could be a problem. And like I said, if you work in home and you have to use and I'm certain you almost have to use a VPN, virtual private network, you want to check with your employer on that. It works great on all my other devices, and I definitely won't let everyone know that. You could do me a favor. If you live in rural areas of Tennessee, if you live in West Virginia, any rural areas of the United States, southern Illinois, especially in the area of Little Egypt, around where Cairo and Thieves or up to Franklin County, Johnson County, Williamson County, near West Frankfort or east of West Frankfort. If you are listening to this, you want to get with your congressmen, governors, county boards about stringing up high-speed internet, a good, strong, robust 4G, LTE, and 5G. Because nothing's really going to change unless you let them know. The infrastructure bill for that won't pass until about November. The House is going to pass it eventually, and then move it for signature to become law. But I need you guys to really sing out, because if you do that, things will change. They listen to you in large numbers. One person can't do it all, but I'm just urging you. The second part of this will be about the Franklin T9 from T-Mobile. Thank you for watching this. Just a moment, I'll go to the other part right now. Hello again, this is the third and final section. This is for the T-Mobile Franklin T9 Hotspot, which I actually purchased. And here's a closer look of it. And in fact, you might see it blinking there. If I hit the display, let me, boom. There we go. Maybe you might see the display there. But it's not. It's a pretty decent device. I looked at it at T-Mobile. I bought this more than a year ago, but in fact, this computer's connected to it, and it works for Windows PC, and for other devices, it would probably work even better. You know, the mobile devices. What I'm going to do here is open a new tab. Let's do a speed test. And the same with the home base system. Give me a moment. Okay. And it's showing the location is finding optimal server, Pacifico, Missouri. In like the other ones, it's going to take the where the geolocation is. So I'm going to change the service. See if I can try Nashville. Nashville, Tennessee. I'm going to click on Comcast. Because when you do a test, you want to do it from the last mile. That is where the most congestion is. I'm going to click go and see where this is going in speed. This is a 4G LTE. It has 9 frequency bands. Those of Sprint, those of T-Mobile, and overlays Verizon and AT&T, which is I have roaming turned on, and for the download it came up to 39.53, which is not much difference from the home base, but considering the time of day and everything, and physical location. Now the upload's not so good. It's at 5.95, but for me it works. It works for most things on for streaming and everything else on this Windows, also on my tablet and my cell phone. But I want to show that to you. I have included the links in the description for the Franklin T9. So anyway, this concludes this. If you have any questions, please submit a question. I don't post too many public links on YouTube, but you can subscribe if you like, or a thumbs up, whatever. But for this and the T-Mobile home base, for all of you, bye for now.